someone but are stumped on what to get them? Well, food is the ideal holiday gift. And here to show us how to make some curried cashews, it's Tinky Weisblat, the diva of deliciousness from TinkyCooks.com. Tinky, thank you for lending me this hat. I couldn't have done a Christmas holiday segment without your spectacular...
Well, I do have an overabundance of hats, so I'm happy to share.
I love it. Curried cashews. On a scale of 1 to 10, how easy is this?
This is like 0.
Perfect.
I mean, it's very easy, and it's really useful because there are a lot of people, a lot of things that I give for Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa or whatever people celebrate tend to be sweet.
Yeah.
And there are some people who don't do sweet.
Which we will get to.
Right. Or some people who don't like sweet. This is something I make particularly for men. Men, I don't know if you noticed, sorry, Danny, but men are difficult to shop for.
Well,
they really are. The good thing about a food gift is if they like it, you can give the same thing every year.
Every single year.
It's not like, oh, my God, another tie, what am I going to do with it? It's like, oh, nuts, I'll eat them, and then I'll get more next year.
Now, we are a few days away from Christmas right now.
Yeah.
How far in advance can we make these? Can we make them tonight?
Oh, absolutely. You could make these, I would think, up to a week in advance.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
The
Where do we
thing we're
begin?
going to make later, which is fudge, I would make much closer to the date.
I am so
because
excited about that.
Because otherwise then you have to eat it yourself.
Oh, what a shame.
Yes. But anyway.
Where do we get started?
We're going to start with, I have in this bowl, I kind of, for convenience, combined them. These are cumin seeds, and I put a little salt in with them.
Okay.
You don't have to do this next step, but I kind of like it.
Since you kind of mash everything together?
Yeah, because the cumin seeds, if you've probably seen ground cumin.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just cumin seeds smushed.
Oh.
But I don't need them all smushed. I kind of like them adhering to the cashews, but if you do a little bit of smushing, and this is particularly easy if you have, whoops, I'm trying to get it on camera.
Just a nice spoon.
And I'm really bad at that. Sorry, guys.
You can just leave it right there.
Leave it right there, and they'll make the magic. Anyway.
Why don't I hold it for you? I'll go like this.
Thank you. That's perfect. Then you just, if you have a mortar and pestle, that's even easier.
Sure.
But this is working fine. And I don't know. Yeah,
so good.
Smell. You can smell the cumin releasing its oils. So, this is so easy, I can't stand it. So I have here melted a little bit of butter. Did I turn the stove up? Yes, that's good. Then, I take, now the recipe says a pound. I already have a half pound done, so this is half a pound.
Okay.
Cashews. Raw cashews. If you wanted to use roasted cashews, you could, but we're going to be roasting.
So you're adding a lot of the flavors to it, so you don't really need salt already in them.
Exactly.
For them to be roasted.
Especially if you buy salted cashews, then by all means don't add the salt.
Don't add the salt.
Okay, and then, I forgot also, while that's cooking a little bit, we need a little bit of garam masala, or this is a beautiful curry powder.
Okay.
Would you mix that, please?
Sure.
I mean, this is just ridiculously easy. I'm sorry to say.
But honestly, this is the perfect thing. If you have 20 people to get gifts to this weekend, you can give them all a nice bag of these and be done.
And what I do with something like this or the fudge that we'll be making later is I every time somebody gives me something in a tin, I save the tin.
Yeah.
So I have all these cute little tins of various sizes. Sometimes I even buy them, or you can find them at, garage sales. And then you put it in a festive tin. Okay, now that pops on here.
All right. Let's pop it on.
Then we stir.
It smells so delicious.
Doesn't it smell good? We're going to taste some in a minute. Then, now what we do, as soon as I've mixed this up, let me mix it up.
Okay.
Oh, you have the finished product.
I do. Okay,
so this is the only hard part, but it's really not hard. It's just slightly time-consuming. So we take this. This is probably an oven-proof pan. I usually use a cast-iron skillet, which is always oven-proof. If your pan isn't oven-proof, transfer it to, you want like a jelly roll pan, so there are sides.
Yep.
So they don't fall off when you're in the oven. You put it in a 250-degree oven.
Okay.
It cooks for an hour. You turn it every 15 minutes. Not turn it. Turning would be a mess in your oven. You stir it every 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then when it comes out, you let it cool to room temperature before you put it in whatever container you're giving it in. And that's kind of it. And you can also, I tend to sometimes taste it along the way.
Well, may I?
Please. Oh, it needs a little more of this or any. You can absolutely make these hotter. They're not a hot spicy. They kind of taste like the curry and the cumin, and they're really
so good. Well, Tinky, don't go anywhere. We can pop those in the oven. Take a look at that finished product. We'll have the recipe for you guys right on mymassappeal.com.
Yay!
Every holiday holiday meal should end with something satisfying for your sweet tooth. So we are back with Tinky Weisblat, a.k.a. the Diva of Deliciousness from TinkyCooks.com. We're going to be showing everyone how to make a Penuche, but you're also using this not only as a dessert for your guests in a few days for Christmas, but also as a gift to take home.
Yeah, I love edible gifts, as I mentioned earlier. And so this is a perfect edible gift, especially for people with a sweet tooth.
Yep, this smells absolutely delicious. I would love to be gifted this.
Well, good.
Yeah,
you might get
great.
some if you're lucky.
What exactly is Penuche?
Okay, Penuche is a fudge. It's made with, there are 3 ingredients in this pot. Brown sugar, sour cream, white sugar. You can,
sour cream, huh?
The sour cream just gives it that dairy, but also in richness, but a little tang, because let's face it, it's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what fudge is. Fudge is sweet.
Fudge is delicious.
If you want to make it less sweet, you can put in nuts. I find that when I put in nuts, then it's less sweet and I eat more.
But not the cashews that we made earlier.
No,
in
not the cashews, like, chopped pecans or walnuts or something. But
sure.
Or even peanuts might be interesting. But I kind of like it in pure form.
Let's talk about the actual process of cooking it.
Exactly.
Because it's very timely.
Yes, and I think we're just on time, so I'm bringing this over here. So fudge making basically is you put all the ingredients in a pot. So our 3 ingredients I mentioned earlier, there they are.
Perfect.
See, the chopped nuts are mentioned there. Then you cook it on reasonably low heat, and I watch it a lot and stir it a fair amount.
Yeah.
You cook it to the soft ball stage. Now, if you have a candy thermometer that works, that's 234 to 236 degrees Fahrenheit.
Now, what exactly is the softball phase?
I'm going to show you right now. So, if you don't have a candy thermometer that works, which I do not currently.
Here, why don't I hold that for you so
let's
everyone
hope we're
can
currently
see.
there. You take a little bit of your hot fudge stuff in a cold stainless steel spoon. You pour it into cold water. Okay, Lauren, why don't you see if you can make a little soft ball with that with your fingers. It doesn't have to be fancy.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It forms into a little ball.
It formed into a ball very quickly.
Well, good. Then we're ready. Then, in step 2, or step 4, or whatever step we're up to.
Yep. What do we do now?
You let it cool.
Okay.
Fortunately,
from the magic of television,
I forgot that you're also going to put in some
vanilla.
Vanilla. And somewhere in this pan is the spoon that just fell in, but I'm going to ignore that. We'll get it out when it's cooler.
Tinky, we always say with you, the messier the baking, the better the taste.
Oh, bless your heart. So basically, then you cool it.
Oh, wow.
And then when it cools
totally
to about lukewarm, the thing, my grandfather used to make fudge. And what he always said was, and at most fudges, this is the same basic technique, that at that point you beat it.
Okay.
And what you wanted, putting the air into it is what makes it fudge.
Oh.
If you poured it into a pan, it would sort of be caramel-esque, although it's not quite hot enough to be a caramel.
Okay.
So it would be kind of, or it could be a delicious sauce, to tell you the truth. And
like a hot fudge sundae sauce.
Exactly. Or in this case, it tastes more like a, why don't you take a bite while we're beating?
Yes, please. Let's grab this guy.
You can see tell me what you think it tastes like.
Ooh. I'm not quite sure, but it is delicious.
Yeah, I think it kind of
It kind of tastes like a I'm trying to think of the word. It usually pulls apart like a saltwater taffy.
Well, and taffy is again something you cook to a certain thing and then beat air into.
Wow, this is delicious.
You pull the taffy, and maybe we'll do that next year.
Yeah,
we can have a taffy.
Can you believe it's already almost 2018?
Oh my gosh,
that's insane.
But I'm so happy it's almost Christmas, and tomorrow's my birthday. Happy birthday to me!
Happy birthday, Tinky!
Yay! So anyway, we're going to just beat this for another minute or so.
Okay.
If you'd like to take a try.
Sure.
I would love to have. I think that fudge of any kind and candy making of any kind is something that's wonderful to do at this time of year with friends, with family. If you're careful, when my nephew was little, you have to be careful because the fudge gets very hot.
Yep.
But little kids can, stand on a stool and stir and look, and of course taste.
Well, unfortunately, we are out of time.
Okay,
let's just quickly talk about what we are going to do.
This is closer, and it's not quite there. But you can see it's beginning to thicken. I don't know if that is visible on the camera.
So once it's thick, we're going to put it in this guy?
We put it in a buttered pan. We let it cool. Fortunately, at this time of year, it's usually fairly cool. I don't like to put it in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay. Put it right outside.
Do it at room temperature, or if you put it outside, remember to put a box over it or something so the critters don't eat it.
Well, you heard that right. I need as much as I can. Take a look at this, everyone. It looks absolutely delicious. Tinky, thank you so much for coming in. Happy holidays to you. It is always such a pleasure having you here. Thanks so much for taking the time and coming in right before your birthday.
I know.
More information about these recipes for you right on mymassappeal.com.